Your person is carrying a deep sense of loneliness during this period of separation. Even if they appear to be surrounded by people or distractions, inside they feel as though no one can truly reach them. The only time they feel a sense of balance or peace is when they think of you, when they imagine your presence near them. Without you, everything feels off-center, as if something vital is missing. They crave your company in a way that goes beyond simple desire. It's a longing that tugs at their heart and soul. They want to sit with you, talk with you, laugh with you, and share ordinary moments that feel extraordinary simply because you're together. Being with you would make them feel normal again, grounded and whole. Right now, though, they feel cut off from the very people they once leaned on and trusted. The connections that used to bring them comfort no longer feel the same. It's not that others have suddenly changed, it's that their own perspective is shifting. They are awakening to truths that can't be ignored, and this awakening is reshaping the way they view everything in their life. What once satisfied them now feels shallow, and the relationships they relied on suddenly feel distant. This inner transformation is not something they can switch off or pause. It's as though they have been placed on a ride that keeps moving forward whether they're ready or not. They can't go back to the way things were, and they can't close their eyes to what they now see. This journey they're on, the twin flame path, is unlike anything they've ever experienced. It's bumpy, unpredictable, and sometimes frightening. For so long, your person was used to being in control of their life, believing they could direct the course of events through effort and willpower. But now, that sense of control has been surrendered to the universe. They are being guided and nudged, sometimes pushed, into growth. The universe is shaping them, stripping away illusions, and awakening them to their higher self. This process is not easy. It can feel disorienting and even painful, but it's necessary for them to evolve. You, on the other hand, have reached a place of greater balance with this journey. Through your own struggles and moments of solitude, you've learned how to manage the ups and downs, how to breathe through the uncertainty, and how to embrace the quiet in ways that nurture your spirit. You've discovered strength in your alone time and have even found ways to enjoy it. Your person, however, is only now entering the depths of this transformation, and much of what they are experiencing feels overwhelming. While you may recognize the patterns and the lessons, they are still learning to trust the process. Amidst all of this inner turbulence, one thing shines brighter than all the confusion: their love for you. It grows stronger with each passing day, no matter how far apart you may seem in the physical world. They feel this love pressing on their heart, urging them to surrender to it rather than resist. It's not a fleeting attraction or a simple desire, it's a soul-deep connection that refuses to fade. They miss you in ways that are both tender and aching. They miss the sound of your voice, the comfort of your energy, the way you make them feel seen and understood. Over the past few days especially, this longing has grown heavier, pressing on them with an intensity they can't ignore. The energy around them has felt dense and emotional, almost as though the universe itself is mirroring their inner state. During this time, signs may begin to appear around you as well, reflecting the shifts that are taking place within both of you. Numbers like 555 and 111 may show up in unexpected places, on clocks, receipts, license plates, or random messages. These repeating numbers are not coincidences, they are reminders that transformation and alignment are unfolding. The number 555 speaks of change, upheaval, and movement, while 111 often signals alignment with higher truths and the manifestation of new beginnings. These signs are guiding lights, confirming that this journey is divinely orchestrated and that even the difficult moments are leading you toward growth and reunion. What your person may not fully realize yet is that this period of separation has a purpose. It is not meant to punish or to divide, it is meant to heal and to prepare. Through their loneliness, they are learning to recognize the depth of their connection to you. Through their isolation, they are being shown what truly matters. And through their awakening, they are being drawn closer, not farther away. Every step of discomfort, every moment of uncertainty, is shaping them into someone who can fully embrace the love they feel for you without fear or hesitation. The ride they're on is not just about awakening to spiritual truths but about awakening to the love that has been there all along. It may feel slow, it may feel challenging, but it is moving in the right direction. And as they navigate this journey, they carry you in their heart as their constant source of balance, comfort, and hope. My dear Divine Feminine, I hope with every word I write, you truly feel just how much you mean to me. Whenever I find myself in your presence, there is this undeniable pull, an energy so strong that it wraps itself around me and refuses to let go. It feels like a magnetic force, one that draws me closer and closer to you no matter how much I try to resist. The truth is, I don't want to resist. Being near you feels like stepping into the warmth of the sun after a long winter, comforting, enlivening, and absolutely irresistible. Perhaps it's the way you move, with a grace so natural it seems like poetry in motion. Maybe it's the sound of your voice when you speak, a melody that lingers long after the words themselves have faded. It could be the way you laugh, a sound so pure and freeing that it feels like the world itself pauses to listen. Or maybe it's the way your smile can brighten even the darkest of days, as if joy itself finds a home in your expression. Then again, it might be the way you look at me with those piercing eyes, eyes that see straight through the surface and into the core of who I am. Whatever it is, whether it's one of these things or the sum of them all, I cannot get enough of you. I want to be near you in every way possible. I long to be your companion, your confidant, your lover, your friend, and even your partner in crime when life calls for adventure. I want to be the one who makes you laugh so hard you forget the world, the one who reminds you how alive you are, the one who makes you feel like the goddess that you are, radiant, powerful, and endlessly captivating. And I want to do it all with the deepest respect, with reverence for your essence, and with admiration for the beautiful human being you are. Because make no mistake, you are a divine feminine in every sense of the word. You carry within you a grace that cannot be taught, a beauty that is not just seen but felt, and a strength that makes others braver simply by standing beside you. Being in your presence feels like being in the company of something sacred. And for that, I am deeply honored. Still, there is something more I must share, something I've been holding inside for far too long. You see, my attraction to you does not rest solely on the surface, though your physical beauty alone is more than enough to leave me breathless. No, what draws me to you runs far deeper. I am enchanted by your mind, the sharpness of your thoughts, the creativity of your ideas, and the wisdom in your perspective. I am inspired by your heart, the way you show kindness, compassion, and generosity without ever asking for anything in return. I am touched by your soul, the light you carry, the way you move through this world with courage, grace, and an authenticity that is rare and precious. What captivates me most is the way you challenge me. You make me want to become better, to grow into the fullest version of myself. You push me to confront my fears, to step into my potential, to rise beyond what I thought I could be. With you, I don't feel stagnant, I feel alive, evolving, and endlessly inspired. And that is a gift greater than words can express. I want to explore not only the physical closeness that pulls at me so strongly, but also the spiritual and emotional intimacy that awaits us. I want to know every corner of your being, the dreams you've tucked away, the scars you've healed from, the hopes you carry quietly in your heart. I want to walk with you through both the light and the shadows, holding your hand as we journey into every layer of who we are, together. With you, I want to dive into the deepest depths of desire, where passion burns bright and unrestrained. I want to lose myself in the heat of your breath, the touch of your skin, and the rhythm of your heartbeat pressed against mine. But beyond that, I want to reach the highest heights of love, where passion is not only physical but soulful, where two people become mirrors of strength, tenderness, and devotion. More than anything, I want to create a life with you that feels like a masterpiece, woven with laughter, painted with love, strengthened by challenges, and illuminated by growth. I want us to be not only lovers in passion but partners in purpose, walking side by side, lifting each other higher every step of the way. So when I say I cannot get enough of you, know that I mean every word. You are not only my desire but also my inspiration, not only my passion but also my peace. You are the divine feminine, the goddess, the muse, and the love that awakens every part of my being. And to be in your presence is not only an honor, it is a blessing I will never take for granted. Your partner sees you as someone who is deeply grounded, a person who carries a strong and stable energy by nature. You come across as independent, capable, and self-sufficient, someone who knows how to take good care of yourself without needing to lean too heavily on others. This quality is one of the reasons they are so drawn to you, as it reflects both strength and maturity. Yet, even though this independence is something that defines who you are now, the journey to reaching this place of balance and self-assurance was not always simple or straightforward. In your past, you may have struggled with patterns of codependency, where your happiness or sense of worth felt tied to others. This often stemmed from past trauma or emotional wounds that had not fully healed. Perhaps you carried pain from earlier relationships or unresolved difficulties that shaped how you connected with people. At that stage, you were in the process of overcoming those struggles and learning how to break free from the cycles that no longer served you. It was during this very phase of life that your twin flame connection entered, pulling you into a bond that felt both magnetic and transformative. However, while the connection was powerful, you were not entirely ready for it. Some of you may have already been married, tied to long-term commitments, or navigating situations where entering into such an intense spiritual connection would have been complicated. For others, the timing was simply misaligned, you were only just beginning your journey toward becoming the Queen of Pentacles. This archetype represents stability, independence, and the ability to nurture not only others but also yourself. Stepping into this energy required you to realize something crucial. In order to make empowered decisions for your own life, you needed to cultivate balance in every area: emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. At that time, you may have felt like you were juggling countless responsibilities. Life might have felt like a delicate balancing act between relationships, work, personal goals, and healing. Yet, every challenge you encountered, every burden you carried, played an important role in your growth. These experiences were not meant to hold you back but to strengthen you, teaching you how to rely on yourself, how to create your own stability, and how to stand firmly on your own 2 feet. Through this process, you gradually became more healed and independent, shedding the weight of the past and stepping into a more authentic version of yourself. Now, your partner finds themselves going through a similar process. Just as you once had to focus on your healing and building your foundation, they too are currently busy creating stability in their own life. They may be working on establishing a stronger sense of self, resolving their own emotional wounds, or building the kind of life that can truly sustain a healthy partnership. This parallel journey reflects the twin flame dynamic, where both individuals often mirror each other's challenges and growth, but not always at the same pace. Your partner may feel the deep pull toward union, but they also understand, on some level, that they cannot come forward until they are ready, until they have done the inner work necessary to meet you as an equal. This can sometimes feel frustrating, especially when the connection between you two is so undeniable and strong. Yet it is important to recognize that this timing is not a punishment, nor is it a sign that the union will not happen. Instead, it is the universe's way of ensuring that when you both do come together, it will be in a way that is lasting, harmonious, and deeply fulfilling. Twin flame connections are not like ordinary relationships, they are meant to push you toward growth and self-mastery. Union cannot be rushed, because it requires both partners to rise into their highest selves. Think of it this way: if you had come together fully before, when you were still entangled in codependency or unresolved pain, the relationship might have struggled under the weight of those unhealed wounds. Similarly, if your partner were to come forward now without building their own foundation, the same patterns could repeat. Both of you are being given the gift of time, not to drift apart, but to strengthen yourselves individually so that when the union finally manifests, it will be built on stability, balance, and unconditional love. The process of healing and self-discovery can often feel lonely, but it is also deeply empowering. As you continue to embody your independence, you become an example for your partner, showing them what it looks like to step into one's true power. Likewise, as they create their own sense of stability, they mirror back to you the importance of patience, trust, and divine timing. Together, these parallel journeys form the foundation for a future union that will not only bring love but also deep spiritual growth for both of you. This connection is not just about romance or companionship, it is about transformation. It is about breaking free from old cycles, healing generational patterns, and learning how to embody love in its purest form. Both of you are being guided through this process so that when the time comes, your union will not only be a blessing for the two of you but also a source of light and inspiration for those around you. Because when twin flames come together in harmony, they create a ripple effect that touches everyone connected to them. So, while the waiting may feel long, and the path may sometimes seem uncertain, trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You are both being shaped and prepared for the moment when your paths finally converge in alignment. When that day comes, it will be clear why every challenge, delay, and lesson was necessary, for it will have led you both to a union that is strong, balanced, and unbreakable.